we apologize in advance, but we're here to talk about all of your red flags.
We are back.
Hello. Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Ooh, ooh.
We have a familiar face.
Oh, shit.
What's up?
She's back.
Ariel Permack, welcome back to the show.
Hey, stoked to be here. Take two.
We just had so much overwhelming feedback of how amazing you were, so we had to have you back.
Totally. It's not like I've been just asking daily.
No, not at all. So we fit you into our busy schedule.
I'm good.
2 guests back to back, but that's always fun. We love having people on our podcast.
What was it like
fun.
to be a mini celebrity?
I feel real famous.
Yeah, you got like 1 follower from this?
Oh, yeah.
I actually got more followers for you being on this podcast because your whole family follows me now. Thank you so much.
The Permack family representing.
You know what? They're not just like part-time followers, though. At least they engage. They like the photos. They send you DMs.
They're engaged with my life, trying to set me up with some boys. Like, really great. Shout out Mika. Thank you so much. We will get there one day.
Oh my gosh, she'll be
your
so
mom?
happy. No, it's my sister. She'll be so happy.
She's my girl now, you know? Anyone that wants to set me up on a date, we're friends.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting.
Honestly, you guys have like such like very interesting families.
Really?
Yeah.
Loud.
Like, I don't know, just like the
Elaborate.
stories that like you tell me. Like, I don't know. I feel like my family is just very like, not boring. Like, we have our like fun quirks too, but like we just like we don't party the same way that like you guys. I don't think anyone parties the way that you guys do.
The golden way is a special way.
Yeah, but then you and your family, like you guys travel a lot together. Like even if it's like to like local places.
Yeah, I feel like our family, we've had many people tell us that we should have like an MTV show or something
Me
because
too.
we just don't have boundaries. Like they don't
Yeah.
exist. And it's funny because as an adult trying to establish boundaries is like really hard. Necessary but hard. But like they don't get it because I'll show up and be like, okay, this is a boundary I'm putting up. And they're like, so like, and ask a sex question or something that's just like, I'm sorry, this is none of your business. Like, let's back off a little bit.
Wait,
Okay,
that's
exactly.
funny.
You answered the question for me. Like my family is neither like neither of yours.
That's funny. Hey, we're all like a balance. All 3 of us, perfect family.
Yeah.
All qualities that we want.
For my family, it was like, hey, let's plan a dinner. And then it takes like a month for us to plan that dinner because we're all like so busy with like our own shit.
Oh, true. Like none of my family, like we are our friends. So like on Friday, like we're hanging out together because we have no one else to hang out. No, I'm just kidding.
That's nice though. What about fighting? Like, I feel like as I have a brother and a sister, and as we've all grown up now, like we're fighting way less and we're laughing way more, but it was not always like that. So like, do you guys fight with your siblings or is it more fun times?
Go ahead.
Differently, but we don't fight. I feel like sometimes we're just kind of passive aggressive
Oh my
to
God,
each
I was
other.
just gonna say.
It's like, no, like there's, and I feel like similar sisterly relationships.
Yeah.
Like it's just you would rather avoid it than get into like a screaming match with them.
We totally sweep things under the rug, and actually like my sister was on the podcast last week and we kind of touched upon how like we were super close as like kids and then we drifted apart a little bit when we were like teenagers, and now we're back to being like sisters and like best friends. But even now, like we haven't screamed at each other in maybe 5 years, but like we're passive aggressive, like text with the smiley face or like no problem, I'm not mad at all.
I can't handle that. I'm like, bring on aggression. I would rather have you like screaming in my face and telling me how much you hate me than like sending a passive aggressive thing. I'm like, I will fight and I will tell you that you're being shitty.
Well, no, that's nice too, because like it doesn't build up, because like it builds up for us and we're like, remember 5 years ago when you said this.
I think the difference is like, I hope my sister's not listening. Love you if you are. But I think there's like some situations, and I can be hard-headed too, but I purposely don't go get into it in depth because I know I'm like, even if I'm right, I'm just yelling at deaf ears, whatever that phrase is. So I'm just like, it's not worth the energy. It's just gonna like make things awkward and weird. But like, do you feel like when you guys fight, at least like you like come to a conclusion?
Okay, I have a funny story.
Oh, I love.
A few years ago, my family was in Winnipeg and we were actually on the way to the old folks' home to see my grandmother. And I don't remember what the fight was about. I think it was about like my brother was asking my sister to book his plane seat for him, and like they just got into it. And my sister was yelling so loudly in the car beside me that I was like, stop yelling. Like, we're in the back seat together, stop yelling. And she screamed in my face and I grabbed her hair.
Oh, wow.
And we had a full on like
Wait, this was
physical
last
brawl.
year?
This was like 2 years ago.
Oh my God.
But you know what's funny about this is like, ever since then, we're like, I think we've been a lot closer since we
Like, you just really
smacked
needed
the
to,
shit
like-
out of each other. Like, we just needed a minute to be like, stop, you're being stupid. She was like throwing punches and I had her hair in my hand, so like she couldn't get me.
That is insane.
But ever since then, we've been like a lot closer.
Well, because you're too scared for each other.
She never had a chance.
There was one time when I was a kid, like I was young and I was eating chips and my sister took a chip out of my hand and I fucking slapped her across the face. And I think about it every once in a while.
Feels good.
So funny. I have never been a physical person. Like, I don't like confrontation, and I feel like where fights differ is like if your communication styles are off. Like, my sister likes to talk and like she'll yell at me and get into my face, but I'm like, kind of thing, like, okay, save it and then I'll text you why I'm mad, but not a
Because you want time to like think it through.
Totally. And it's not a passive aggressive text. It's like, hey Sarah, this is why I'm mad, like here are my points. Like, I'm very much like business email, like point
I'm
1, 2,
exactly
3,
the
4.
same way.
And then I was like, if you want to talk about it, cool. If not, like, I got what I needed to say, like, let's go to a movie, like, you know, I'm done, like, let's go for
But I
dinner.
think opposite of that for me, like sometimes me and my siblings will have big yelling matches that blow up, and within 20 minutes, like after the fight's done, we're like joking about the next thing, or we've moved on. And it's like, even if we don't resolve a fight, which we very rarely do, we just like have it out. 20 minutes later, we're all laughing again.
I think that's a very family thing to do, but it's like my sister, I think, would hold on to it more, but I am a comedic genius and I like to make her laugh. And like, if I can make her laugh, I know we can move past this. So I always do something dumb or like say something stupid, or I'll be like, you know that I love you, right? She'll be like, I fucking hate you. But if she smiles, we good to go. I know she will forgive me. But again, we haven't fought in like years.
Man, you guys got it good.
How many siblings do you have? You have 3?
I have my sister who's my like half sibling, but like we grew up together like in the same household, and then 2 stepbrothers. So just on like weekends, and like never had issues with them. Like
Weekend siblings.
Boys. Boys.
I don't have a I only have a sister, so I don't know.
Like, what's the age difference between you and your siblings?
So my sister is 2 years older than me, and then my brother is 4 years younger. Everyone...
That's so funny. I thought you were the oldest for some reason. You look the oldest.
I was literally just about to say, everybody always thinks I'm the oldest, and I'm like the younger, older sister. I think it's changed over time. Like, I think my sister has matured a lot, and that's changed. And I don't know if it's like a looks thing. I'm like, I don't think I look that much older than her.
I think you do.
Oh.
No, but not in an old way, but like a mature. I don't know. She kind of has like, well, Mika, I don't know you. I've never met you. I've seen like one photo, but like more of a baby face rather than you.
I think so. Yeah. She always gets like carded when we go to liquor stores, and like funny. I never get carded.
Same with my sister.
Yeah.
But we're like a foot apart, like in height.
So. You guys are only a year apart.
2 years.
2 years.
To the day.
My sister and I are 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's 5 years older than me. So it's like, it's always like, it starts when you're like younger, because when I'm 10 and she's 15, like she's in a world of like dating. Like at 10 years old, I was still fucking playing with Pokemon. Like,
like ew, boys.
I don't blame her for wanting to be like, get the fuck out of my room. Yeah. Like, I don't blame her. But now we're still kind of different, just because like she had kids quite young. I don't have kids yet. So maybe when I'm in that space, but then by that time, her kids will be old enough that she'll just be like doing like her own things, like just traveling, because their kids are going to be like teenagers.
Yeah. I feel like my brother, he's matured a lot in the last few years, and like we've become super close. I'm like, we're all close, the 3 of us, but like now he'll call me a couple times a week, and like he makes me laugh like nobody else, and I'm like, I guess this is a mature like brother-sister relationship now, which is cool.
That's so cute.
Even though it's not mature.
Your family does call you a lot. Like every time I'm with you, it's like your mom 5 times, your dad maybe like once or twice. Your brother will be texting you. I'm like, that's cute. We have
it's okay.
We have a group chat with all the females in our family, so all aunts and I only have 2 girl cousins, and then the rest are boys. But it's called My Crazy Family. It's all the women of our family, and we talk like every day because like the guys are not going to respond. So that's like what we have.
Yeah, that makes sense. Guys don't ever really respond to stuff like that.
And they don't care. Like, our family's insane, and like they know that the Gouldens will change plans 5 minutes before it was supposed to happen. So they're just like, what? Like, we'll just see if it happens. If it doesn't, we go with the flow, because we like to change things.
Actually, I have a cousin Facebook messenger chat, and my brother's the only guy in it. And sometimes he'll be like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, what is this conversation? And then he'll text me on the side being like, can you please stop this conversation? I'm like, I'll try.
We have to just
leave. Or that.
We basically just talk about like The Bachelorette. But anyway, that's a good side tangent. Families.
Should we get into the main topic of today?
I think so. Yeah, we were talking about red flags.
Red flags. Inspired by the game Red Flags, if people aren't familiar. But basically, it's breaking down good qualities about someone you're potentially willing to date, and then their one giant red flag and seeing if it's worthwhile.
It's interesting.
But before we get into the game, we should go over personal red flags. I know you're itching. Tell me, what is it?
I'm not sure. I mean, okay, so I've been in a relationship for almost 12 years. So, like, these are just my, if I were single, red flags.
And today, you both are single theoretically. Like, get in that mindset. We are single gals on the prowl.
Well, but it's like we've seen lots of, like, our friends dating. So, like, you still kind of, like, see, like, how the dating world is nowadays.
I sent Alex, like, all my Hinge and Bumble messages.
You know, sometimes you need a friend like that who's just going to be like, you're talking wrong and he's an idiot. Leave him.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah.
Totally. Okay, so fire off, like, your top 3 red flags.
I'll go one at a time. I want to talk
Okay,
it through.
No, sorry, I meant, yeah.
I have a few, and I think that they'll spark some funny conversation. I read one to TR earlier. She's like, Alex is going to have something to say about this.
Okay, I love it.
A red flag.
Yes.
A red flag for me would be somebody who isn't willing to share their food.
This is the one I thought you
And I will explain why. If I'm eating something delicious, I want the person I'm with to experience what I am experiencing. So I want them to try it. I'm like, you have to try this. This is so good. And if I were to do that to someone and they didn't return the favor to be like, oh, mine's really good too, or mine's shit, do you want to taste it? I'd be like, probably. I'd be like, yeah.
Does that extend to, like, if you and a date, not Seb, are like a date, and then you go for a fry?
Yeah,
like, are you a
if it's
person
like your first date? Like, you want like a
No.
stranger to be all up in your food?
Not a first date.
but
I
like
would
a
say,
long-term
like a relationship red flag?
I think that is a major relationship red flag. Like, if a guy's like, no, get your own, like, I want to fry, get your own. No. However, I do think that there is a time in which you test this in the dating period, like within maybe the first 3 to 5 dates, to be like, oh, you should try this and see if they do it back.
I agree with that. Were you saying I was going to laugh? Okay, I am weird about sharing food, but not in that sense. I will 100% do that. I'm just weird about, like, if I have leftover food and I put it in the fridge and, like, someone else eats it before I get to it, then
rightfully so.
Yeah,
I have
that
issues.
leftover moment, like, bowl in the fridge that you're at work and you're like, I just want to go home and chow down on some meatloaf, and it's gone when you're home. You're like, that was sad.
It's more so the stuff because, like, I've gotten into baking a little bit more, and I'm like,
I know your muffins, guys. She makes great chocolate chip muffins.
Thank you. So I've been like, every like Sunday I'll like bake for a few hours and like make something good for the weekend. I'm experimenting with like low calorie options, you know, Weight Watchers style. And I like finally found like a really good recipe. And just like in the past, every time I would like bake, like I would have maybe like a little bit of it, and then the rest would be like eaten by like Steve and his brother. And I'm just like, guys, like I made this for me too.
That's the issue with boys
I'm all about sharing, so I literally have to divide it into 3, and I'm like, this is yours, helping. This is yours. This is mine. Don't fucking touch mine. If you eat in a day, I don't give a shit. I'm not making anything until next week.
Yeah, it is hard with boys. Like, I remember I used to like to bake in high school, and I would bake a plate of cookies, and I would come downstairs the next morning after I made them, and my brother would have eaten them all. And I'm like, that's not okay. I made these for myself.
You don't need to eat that many in one sitting.
No.
Like, that's what is fucking
It's
mind-blowing
also like
to
just
me.
rude. It's like, who goes to a cookie jar that you didn't make cookies and eat all 10 of them?
Do you think that I spent my money on an entire Nutella jar for cookies for you? No.
So wrong. Yeah, that's a good one.
But on the flip side, because Steve does this very frequently because he's a bit of a picky eater, I'll be eating something like different and I'll be like, try it. And he's like, no. And I'm like, you'll like it. Like, I genuinely think you'll like it. And he's like, nope, don't want to try it. Like,
Okay.
Have you guys ever had horchata before? It's like rice milk.
No.
It's really, really good. It's like cinnamon
Vampire
milk kind
weekend.
of thing. Really, really good. But like, I knew Steve was going to like love it. And I was like, try it. He's like, no. I'm like, just try it. And like, he just adamantly will not try it. It's so weird.
Even on the negative side, like, oh my God, try this. Or like, smell this. Ew. And if they don't do it, I'm like, I want to experience this with you.
Yeah, like, you need to understand how shitty this is.
100%.
It's like, I want you to feel how horrible this is. Like,
I'm currently in the best case scenario for myself in terms of sharing. I will say, like, if I'm looking at a menu, I'm always between 2 things, and so is Sebastian, and we'll usually have the same things and be like, okay, you get this, I get this, let's split.
Cute.
It's perfect. I don't know if I were to go back into the single life, if I could be with someone who's like, this is my dish, that's your dish, keep to yourself. Like, to me, I'd be like, okay. All right.
I'm hit and miss. It depends, because like I remember like we would at my sister's place, she'd be like, I'm just gonna order a bunch of different sushi rolls for dinner, and that was like red flag for me, because I am also a picky eater. So I'm like, you can't just order a bunch and like expect that I'm gonna like it. So I was like, can you please order me like my own separate one? And she was like, why can't you just eat what we're all eating? I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
Or in the movies when you have like your menu and they're like, no, I got this, and he orders
like,
and
I'll
like,
order.
do you know my allergies?
Oh,
my
no.
sensitivities?
That's another red flag.
Yeah,
I
pompous
appreciate
attitude.
I appreciate the sentiment, but like,
why are we doing this?
don't do that. Like, I know what I want, so no. So wait, does that mean that you're not somebody who's like an order for the table though kind of person? Like, if someone was like, I want to order all these tapas, you couldn't be like,
that's my favorite type.
Okay, but it comes from a place of I was once upon a time open to this, and we did it, and like I was literally so hungry, and I was just eating what was in front of me, and one of my friends was like, can you stop eating all the shrimp? And then I was like, okay. And then ever since that day, I'm scarred, traumatized, and I was like, now I'm like, I just need my own dish where I will not be shamed.
That's a red flag.
that is the hard part of tapas. It's like, can I take this one potato?
Yeah. Or at the end, you're like, you just feel like the biggest like hog when you're like, can I take the last dumpling? Anyone want to? And then you have to go, does anyone want to half this dumpling with me?
Oh my god!
But I want this dumpling to myself, please.
And then someone's like, I'll half it. I'm like, okay, here's a little bit for you. Like, what?
There's actually been a few times at Steve's parents' place where like his mom usually makes just the right amount of food, and then
no leftovers.
There was like one piece of like meat left, and I'd be like, oh, does anyone else want this? And like that's just like a polite thing to say it. I've already claimed it. It's mine. But you're just being his brother. 50% of the time would be like, yeah, I'll take it. And I'm like,
that's a crazy. Okay, don't ask next time. Just be like, I'm gonna take this pool. Like,
well, you know, just being polite.
No, but that's polite too.
It's mostly for his dad to chirp up. He's like the man of the household. If he wants the meat, if he wants it, I will not say anything. But it's just really funny.
Just rephrase it. Just like, cool if I take this, guys?
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
cool.
I know. I've learned my lesson.
When I used to serve in a restaurant, they used to say like, if we were doing parties or whatever, if there's one canapé left on the tray, just bring it back to the kitchen, because nobody's going to be the person to take that final one.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
I will. I took the last rice cake, the last piece of
It's also like my mom has that thing too. It's like, it's not a red flag, this is an annoyance of restaurants. Sorry, side tangent. But if we're like all eating and then like I'm done, but like she's not, she hates when waiters come and take my plate because she's like, it's so rude. And then also she's a sauce girl. Like she'll sauce up with bread.
Yes.
And so if they dare take a plate that has some sauce in it, she'll like smack, like, no, can you bring some bread for that?
The little known thing about me, my mantra in life is literally, life is about the sauce. Like, you do not take away the plate without the sauce. Like,
depends on what it is. Like, depends on
the 3 cheese dip at the keg. Get me an extra order of bread. Damn, you guys have the 3 cheese dip?
That sounds like,
but I should
do
go.
Dairy, so
I do.
It's a secret. It's a secret menu item. They only give it to you if you ask for it, and it comes with like the complimentary bread. It's like, yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm really scared. We're going to like Reflections, which is like a Christmas themed restaurant, and they always do like cheese fondue, and I'm like,
R.I.P.
I pay for my half and I don't eat anything. I just like eat it without the cheese.
Just the grape.
Okay, next red flag.
Okay, next red flag. Men with plaid sheets, or men who don't have a like bedroom furniture and only a mattress on the floor.
Oh,
fair.
Yes,
red
for sure.
You don't
That's
have
like
to be
serial killer.
Yes.
shit.
You don't, or like frat boy, like university, mama's boy. Like,
but what point does the frat boy end? Because I know men around our age who still like, they're like, oh yeah, like my mattress on the floor, it's cozy.
Okay, you know what's funny though is when I wanted to get a new mattress, like with pandemic, like it was going to take a long time to get a bed frame, and so we had the mattress, and Steve really wanted to just put the mattress on the floor, and I was like, no, you need a frame. He's like, no, like we don't even need to buy a frame. Let's just leave the mattress on the floor. And I was like, and it was so shocking to me because I'm like, you have style, you have taste, but I think it's just laziness. It's pure laziness.
It is.
I love the bed frames that are super close to the ground, but the mattress does not sit on the ground.
Yeah.
I had a friend in university who was dating this guy, or like sleeping with this guy, and one time she was really sick, and it was like after a party, and he was like, you should come over, like just come over to my place, blah 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 blah. She's like, fine. She had never been to his place, so she was like, okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity. She goes to his place. He lives in the basement beside like all the pipes. All of his male roommates have like the rooms upstairs, and he's sleeping beside the pipes. He doesn't have a sheet on his mattress. His mattress is on the floor, and she's like sick, and he had like a thin top sheet. And she stayed? And she was like, I was so sick all night long, and I was just like shivering in this basement. I'm like, I really hope you ended that. She did.
I hope it was good. And like, why is she staying there?
I don't think anything even happened that night because she was so sick. And she's like, that's it. Like, I just slept there and wished I was in my own warm, cozy bed with a frame.
I feel so bad for her.
I know.
But flannel sheets too, I think. Like, that is young boy.
It is very
vibe.
young boy. Like, my 10-year-old nephew actually has it on his bed right now. It's really funny. Other than Christmas. Because of a guy that changes sheets for Christmas, that's a green flag. I have a red flag.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm actively on the dating apps, and social media comes up. What's your Instagram? If they Snapchat, red flag. We're not Snapchat type of people. But if they say, oh, I don't have any social media, that's a red flag to me.
Oh, that's so true, especially like our generation.
Well, it's our generation, and that's totally fine. Like, if you even don't have a Facebook, like, that's kind of weird. Like, if someone has no social media, like, no, like, imprint, like, online imprint, I think you're a catfish.
But what about somebody who used to upload on Instagram, but, like, hasn't since 2019?
Totally fair.
Really?
Yeah, because he has an account, and I can go and look. But, like, if you have no social media whatsoever, I think you're a catfish, and I think it's a red flag.
I think it's different because we're in the industry, too. Because I feel like there are so many people that, like, don't give a shit about social media, but because that's, like, our world.
Yeah.
Like, I think we've talked about on the podcast before, like, how I wanted Steve to post about me so bad. Did I talk about it on the podcast?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, yeah. How I wanted him to post about me so badly. He's like, I just don't care about social media. I'm like, but I care about social media.
I know. So it's like, it's not a crazy deal breaker, but I would be like, why? Like, even like my cousin's husband has an Instagram account. He doesn't even post on it, but he follows people.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
You want to know something creepy though? Is like, again, Steve, not really that much on social media. And this was like before Instagram was like that big. So when we first started dating, he didn't really have a Facebook account. He didn't really do Instagram. So the only way that I could like find pictures of him was by like going to specific girls' Facebook pages that were the ones that always had a camera at like the party or the bar. And I knew he was like they would post an album on Facebook, and then I'm like, I know he was there. He's probably in a couple of these pictures, and bang, that's where they were.
That is
amazing. That's where I would go to like find the pictures to like, and I was like, to my aunt, I was like, this is the guy that I'm talking to.
Well, that's funny because if someone's like, oh, I have a friend that I think you would like, or oh my God, do you know this guy? I'm like, pull up his Instagram. Like, it's my first thing. Like, I need to go and look for photos. If I can't look, I cannot give you my opinion.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I think that's fair.
My red flag is, in my opinion, if our age, like, well, you're younger. You're my age? 92? Yeah. So, okay, let's do this. The 28, 29, 30 gang over here.
Yeah.
If you start dating someone who is in this same age range and they still work at a restaurant, that is a red flag for me.
Yeah.
You are in, like, the party scene. You are doing drugs. You don't have a normal, like, work schedule. And, like, in my mind, you're just not an adult.
I agree. It's not a deal breaker, but it is a red flag if they don't have, like, it doesn't have to be a 9 to 5, but if they don't have a career job
or just, like,
rather than
for anything else.
But wait, question. So in some fancy restaurants, especially in Vancouver, there's like career servers who are making bank. They've been there for years. They're like,
I will accept that. I'm talking about the Cactus Club.
Totally.
Oh,
Cactus
yeah.
Girls. Like, there's so many people like in their like late 30s still working. I know the money is good, but like something's gonna give at some point.
And I just want to understand like why they want to do it, you know, because it is kind of quote unquote grunt work. It's not the most favorable things, but if they've been there for so long and it's an elegant restaurant, like they have a set schedule, they are the manager, but that totally makes sense. And if they are passionate about it, but if it's someone's like, I just don't want to work,
I just don't know what else I want to do.
Well, it's good money, especially like in Vancouver at those chain restaurants, but just like as a woman, if I was like dating someone, even if they're the manager though of the restaurant, they're working Friday and Saturday nights. You're never seeing them. How are you supposed to like build a family? Like, I'm thinking like very like white picket fence style, but
well, it's like the Aritzia thing. People want to work in the Aritzia store rather than the Aritzia head office because they make more money in the store.
Really?
Yeah, they make really good commission,
insane
but it's
money.
Cutthroat.
Yeah, it's like it's like MLM type shit, honestly, in that store.
Yeah, it's like a kumbaya.
Yeah, I know people, like a community.
I know people who've been working at Aritzia for like 10 plus years. I guess that's why.
because they make so much money.
Damn.
Want to say like maybe one more and then we can go into the game?
Sure.
Or how many do you have?
I have a few. I have some that are like I can list off really quick, and we can just say yes, red flag, no red flag.
Okay, yeah.
People who are rude to service workers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Deal breaker.
That means you're just rude to anyone in general.
Absolutely.
Boo. And also like you're an elitist, so bye.
What?
People who hate cats. Listen.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a thing on TikTok too. People who like dogs are like, I only like dogs, fuck cats, blah, 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 blah. But people like cats are like, dogs are cool, cats are cool,
So
I love them all. Like, I'm an animal lover in general. People who hate cats, like, you've never spent enough time around a cat to make that decision. I promise you.
I love cats so much, so I agree.
I don't hate cats, but they're obviously just very different. Whereas like I don't know, I didn't even try to pet your cats because in like my experience, they always just fucking hiss at you. Whereas if you go to a person's house and they have a dog, like 9 out of 10 times they're going to be super friendly and affectionate towards you. So I think it just comes from like that emotional response.
I don't know, like controversial.
Cats teach you consent, and I think that's a good thing.
All men should own a cat at one point.
Honestly, dogs they're just a little bit okay. Again, like not to offend, but I find like they're very like entitled. Like my dogs that not you, but like even on websites like Bumble being like just trying to find a dog mom from a dog. Ugh. Like
I think
you're making your dog your personality trait. Like
it is a big
it's your
thing
girls
of our
do
generation.
that more so, I think.
It's your
I've started a t-shirt company for dogs. Just kidding, I don't judge you if that's what you do.
Well, I was just about like they make Instagrams for dogs.
I did that. but that's just fun.
Yeah.
No, totally. And I don't mean it by any fucks.
Wait, people make Instagram accounts about cats too. That's an equal playing field.
No, totally. But like, there's more dogs. But anyway,
okay.
Let's move on.
If somebody refers to themselves as an alpha male,
yeah.
Vom.
They do that at parties on tables.
Or they refer to other men as betas, like, no,
yeah,
bye.
And they're the ones that like rip their shirts off at parties, like.
No.
When you say you're an alpha, you're not the alpha.
You want to be.
You're a zeta. Goodbye.
You're the bottom of the barrel, bro. If they litter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
and
it
in
just
more ways than like 100. I totally agree. I'm just like thinking of like there's separate or different levels of littering offenses.
Agreed.
There's like you meant to throw it and then you miss it and you're an asshole and you just don't pick it up, or there's just like blatant like
True.
More than anything is people who spit on the ground.
Gross, disgusting.
And like and they really hack that up to make that spit meaningful.
Sorry,
you know
this
what
is like a little gross, but I remember I was in the hospital once with my mom. Like we were going to visit my grandpa, and we're like just trying to navigate through the hospital. We turn a corner, and there's like one of the cleaners, like with the big like trolley thing.
Oh yeah.
He literally like puts one finger over his nose and then like just snorts like into the garden.
No.
And it was so gross. And I just remember my mom being like, ew, like audibly ew, and I got embarrassed like for the guy because I was like, he didn't think anyone was there, but it's still fucking
shouldn't
gross.
be a trait. You only
Snot rockets are not okay ever.
like
especially like a public place, like we could be turning at any moment
in public for sure, but like okay, this is like I don't know if I'm like but if you're sick, like you're super stuffed up,
Stay home,
but then like turn on the shower super hot because it lets you get some things out. And you can go nostril by nostril in the tissue paper.
Side tangent, did you know that North America is the only continent that doesn't neti pot? Do you know what like neti pot is?
I've always wanted to.
It is so
I'm
common
scared.
in other cultures, and in North America we don't. We just like suffer with a plugged nose or like go in the shower to snot rocket in private.
I'm telling you, it really works.
But you have to use distilled water for those, because if you don't, you can literally get like an infection in your brain.
Can you help me? What is distilled water? Because my what is this?
Filter?
Not a human.
What the fuck is
For those of you who can't see, Tony Rose is clapping her fingers
like,
together.
Give me num. Give me
Not a
num.
humidifier. Not a humidifier. What's this?
A snake?
Smoke? What's the fuck?
A sage, like not a humidifier. A diffuser.
Oh, a diffuser.
Okay.
They say that you should do distilled water, but I don't even know what that is. So I've been using
Well, again, because I think like just from like your tap water, like even if you filter it, sometimes there's stuff in there that if you like drink it, it's fine. But if it gets into like your sinuses, like you have different like membranes that can like hold on, like I don't know if there's like bacteria. I don't know. That could be a crock of shit. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm literally just
I got a few
guessing.
more other quick ones.
Okay.
People who don't make an effort to pronounce people's names right.
Yeah.
Even once you've corrected them.
I don't do that. I don't
You do it by accident.
Yeah,
You do it
but
by accident.
And then as soon as someone corrects me, I really try hard.
You feel bad about it, and I think
She
that's what
tries
matters.
to genuinely forget.
No, I'm stupid. Like I cannot remember a name for the life of me.
But like, let's say you're talking to someone and you're like, "Oh, actually, my name's this," and they're like, oh, "Okay, yeah, whatever." Like, your name's hard, so sorry.
Well,
Yeah,
Well, you and I are very similar. Like people call you Ariel,
Yeah.
and then you correct them. And as soon as I think I called you Ariel at the beginning, you corrected me, and I've never said that ever again because I want to make the conscious decision. Like that's not your fucking name. Like,
Yeah, but I think that's just it. It's like having the awareness to make sure that you are respecting people by their names and or pronouns. If you know that's a thing too. Like,
Call me by my name.
I love that.
don't get her started on this.
Don't get me started on Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. Timmy.
When someone says you're different than other girls,
I'm not like other girls. Yeah, what the fuck do you mean, bro? Like,
it's misogynistic by men who say I work hard and play hard,
yeah, in their Instagram bios.
or their Hinge profiles. Okay, actually, have you guys been seeing these TikToks lately where now on Hinge guys can record themselves saying something?
I need to update my app.
I'm dying at some of them. They're like, I just like walking my dog and like people are just trolling them on
Roasting
TikTok.
them.
So
It's
good.
so good.
They're
It's
so
so
fucking
good.
lame.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anywho.
great.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. That was a really fantastic list, though. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
thank you
that.
so much.
Thank you.
See, Ariel, you do your homework.
She
Thank
comes
you for coming.
prepared.
Hey.
I'm trying to think of any last minute ones. I don't know.
I have
well,
two
like,
other
the
ones.
obvious ones, like smoking, disgusting.
Yeah.
Literally, I dated a guy who smoked, and it gave me stomach aches. I was like, "You need to quit because I can't like be around you. It's like in your clothes. It's everywhere."
Well, a red flag for me too, because I don't smoke like weed regularly or like basically at all. And so if someone if that's in their daily routine, red flag for me because I don't want to get stoned and watch a movie at the end of the day of every day. You know,
Yeah.
if they need to wind down, they just want to like roll a joint. I'm like, that's not for me. You
I
know?
think that's totally fair. If it doesn't fit into your lifestyle,
Yeah.
why would you want to be with somebody who that's their lifestyle?
Yeah, and again, these red flags are just ours, obviously.
Yeah.
These other people exist and they're great people.
And also, last one on the same vein, but like people who like do coke, but they're like, I only like do it when I party. Like I don't do it like every day. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why do you like do it at all? And it's always people that have these like really like high profile jobs too.
Totally.
And I'm like, I understand
They're so
you're
stressed
like
out.
stressful. I'm like, we're all stressed for different reasons. I don't personally
Have
turn
some
to
red
that.
wine.
Yeah. I mean, that's a vice too. But
Yeah, oh, true.
okay, I have one more, and it's based on a BuzzFeed article that I actually read today because I was like, oh, okay, let me do my homework on red flags. And basically, and this is how it's put in the article, when men are so fragile that they refuse to do certain like basic things because they see it as gay. So some of the examples in this BuzzFeed article were wearing glasses, washing their face, or having
Ew.
a skincare routine of any kind, eating bananas, hot dogs, or anything phallic shaped,
Oh my God.
carrying an umbrella,
Those are some insecure dudes.
hugging your best friend, washing their buttholes.
Their own
Gay to
butthole.
wash your
Their
they're
own
like,
butthole.
I can't go near my butthole, like that's gay. I'm like, that's a red flag. You're fragile.
That's
Clean your
unhygienic.
butthole.
You probably have an infection back there, dude.
Please,
Like,
please, and thank you.
What was that like TikTok sound where it's like, I'll be damned if I take a word from a man with an unwashed ass.
Dude.
Or this is like,
Yes.
you're trash, kid. Like all these
You're
people.
trash, kid.
But that rap is so on point. I'm like, I can't even imagine how many men there are out there walking around with unwashed asses thinking that it's gay to wash their ass. Like,
everyone-
no.
And you know what? If you want a manly product, dude wipes, buy them.
Clean yourself, please. Green flag if you clean your butt with wipes, but also it's bad for the environment. So be conscious, please.
literally-
No, honestly,
the
green
funniest
flag if
thing.
I see them like personal wipes. Like I love me a personal wipe.
That's just like the funniest thought to me.
Yeah.
There are guys out there that just like,
Because
I mean-
you kind of think like, are they gay and they just don't want to?
Maybe it's toxic and it's fragile, and obviously it's a big societal thing. But like, bro, you can't hug your best friend because you think it's gay. You can't wear glasses. Like, you got to do some work.
The first one it was like wear glasses, eat a banana, have
hot
a face.
dogs.
Like Steve does all of those, and I'm like, wow, look at my proud boy.
Well, hygiene and hot dogs. Like, what the fuck? They're the best.
I would be really upset if like my partner loved bananas or hot dogs, and they're like, I can't eat this. I look gay eating this. Like, that's fucked up.
That's like on another level, like issue wise.
Steve literally will eat a piece of banana, and then he'll be like, Poppy, and she'll literally like jump and eat it out of his mouth.
That's love.
That is a dog person love.
Yes. I was just waiting for silence.
But cats wouldn't do that anyways. They'd be like,
because they're...
Yes, they do.
They have boundaries.
No, they do. We like when we get sushi, we'll like rip a little piece off of the fish and like.
Okay, so red flag with some cat. So red flag with cat people. Like their cats eat on their kitchen counter. And I find that really cat people. Like, you're making a bad name for cat people.
Well, sometimes when me and Steve are eating dinner at the dining room table, we'll put Poppy's food on a plate, and she'll sit at the end of the table and eat it off the plate.
Such bad
Every
habits.
single time Sebastian and I eat at our kitchen table, one of our cats jumps up and sits beside us, just watching us, waiting if we're gonna give her like a little shtickle of food, and if not, she just likes to be near us. And I'm like, people
they're very
don't like
social
cats.
creatures. They just want to be around you when they eat.
I like
Especially
pets, but I
sushi.
like boundaries, you know, like sleeping with me, fine. If I'm like in a king size bed, sure, get over there. But like a double and less, no way, you're not on my bed, bitch. Like,
I kick my cat every single night. Like he sleeps at my feet every night. And I'm like, sorry, but get the fuck out.
it's
Poppy
funny.
literally sleeps with me like a baby. She's so fucking adorable. It kills me. And like we've been like dog sitting for my family's dog, and like she kind of has been trying to like sneak into Poppy's territory. So Poppy's like, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna sleep at the end of the bed. And in the middle of the night, she came and snuggled up next to me. Like that's a dog person thing.
Pet people
are great.
Pet people.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Explain this to us.
Okay, so we each have 3 sets of cards. So let's do me and Ariel. We're gonna sell 20 rows on our date. So Ariel and I both have 2 separate dates. So we're gonna list 2 good qualities about them, and then what their red flag is, and then we're gonna try to convince Tony Rose to take our person.
It's gonna really show you like who I am as a person, you know?
Okay, you go first. So do your white cards first.
Okay. Has an 8-pack.
Okay, I don't really care. I actually don't want that.
Animal shelter volunteer.
Cool.
But charges you $0.25 every time you say a curse word.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like those green flags are not it for me. I actually would not like someone with an 8-pack. Is that sad?
No, I think that's fine. But
No,
animal
because that's a
shelter,
personality
Insecurity.
type.
Well, not even a personality, just insecurity on my. I don't have an 8-pack, so.
Jimbra.
But you know what? Like, wouldn't say no. Love that you love animals. Very on brand for what we just talked about.
Is it a red flag enough for someone to charge you $0.25 every time you say a curse word?
Yeah, I'd punch him in his face like every time. So I don't know if that would
Can
work
I get
out.
you an IOU? I'll pay you $20 at the end of the week.
Can I just suck your? No, just kidding.
How about I just give you a credit? I'll give you 20 now.
Can I
and
pay you in
let's-
other ways?
How about like a kiss?
Yeah,
like
same with my body,
you know?
and I swear a lot. So oops.
Yeah.
Maybe he donates it to the animal shelter.
Oh my god, cute. Okay.
Okay, that's like $1 a day. Ish.
Okay, go.
Okay, mine is, so he's an astronaut.
Oh, sweet. So we'd like have a lot of alone time because he'd be like up in space.
I mean, yeah. I mean, think about the race to space. All the billionaires are trying to get there.
True,
if this
true.
Earth goes to shit,
Maybe
you
it is
know-
just
You know
Bezos.
someone.
Maybe it's just Bezos. Yeah, true.
Jeffrey.
He's spontaneous and fun,
That is a great quality.
but
Oh no.
he has 2 other spouses. What the fuck? Like, that's like the most obvious.
Yeah.
But he's okay. But he sounds a lot more interesting.
You know, I'll go in debt with that guy because I'm paying every time I swear.
But this guy is spontaneous, and he's an astronaut, so he's got.
You
good
know what?
monies.
Sister wives could be fun.
Yeah.
Built-in best
I mean, if he
friends.
has 2, then that means it is a sister wife situation.
It's true. I'm sorry. I'm going with Ariel because like I get jealous.
No,
I can't
that's
share.
totally fair.
I can't share my man's.
I honestly, I can't like back that up. Like,
But
what
I
am I
like
supposed to
spontaneous
say?
someone an astronaut.
Also, like, I wouldn't want to date an astronaut because, like, you're gone for too long.
I like that. I think
And you never know what's gonna happen. It's space.
Yeah.
true. But like, does he
And
have
I
a
feel
good
like
life
someone-
insurance?
Could you imagine though, like dating someone who like has literally been to space and they're like, but I want more, and you're like, you've literally left the
You
planet.
have the world.
You're like, do you want to go on a vacay to Spain? No, it's not Jupiter.
Yeah, shoot, I gotta go to Mars on Monday.
See you in 6 months.
Okay, amazing. So
Okay.
let's do Ariel.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. Is that how that works?
Let's do Ariel. You go first.
Okay. Oh, frick yeah. Owns a solid gold private jet.
Okay.
Trump.
Owns a goose that lays designer clothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Men's right activist. Men's right activist.
Okay, these
Oh my
are,
god,
That's not for you.
to me, these are all red flags. Like, no.
I
No
was
to
gonna say,
all
like,
of those.
you're a women's right activist.
I am.
Yeah.
And also, what were the other two things?
Owns a goose that lays designer clothing, like random.
I do love Willy Wonka, but like, I'm not Veruca Salt, so.
But owns a solid gold jet, so you can get on to go to rallies
You
together
can
on
go
that jet.
anywhere in the
Okay.
world on your solid gold jet in style, and then you also get designer clothes. It's not bad.
But I have to listen. I have to listen to him talk
You
about
can
how
set
men.
boundaries. Just because he's an activist doesn't mean you have to talk about his day.
Sure.
I'm trying to sell him. He's
Okay.
And I think
Ariel's
his
just in
name's
the back of the plane trying to milk the goose for more
Gucci.
give me a jacket.
Okay, let me read mine. Okay. He is the hot barista.
Ooh.
He is a photographer,
Yes.
but he owes the government $1 million.
Oof.
So you got the poor guy and the rich guy.
Oh,
You got
damn.
the barista.
But
that
you've
was
got,
$1
you've
million.
got the troubled artist
But
here.
barista
That's-
doesn't have career goals. He's making coffee.
But this is pretty much my life.
Oh shit.
In a good, I love it. I would take the poor guy over the rich guy because he's at least an
got
artist.
personality.
He's got a
I'm
personality.
sorry. Sebastian has a career. Like he has
Yes.
a job.
True, but you know, owing $1 million to the government, we all have I mean, I don't, but we all have
either.
student loans. Like we all got shit we got to pay off over our lifetime. If he doesn't pay,
So you're gonna give up the goose and the jet?
I think I'm
Just
giving
for
up
men
the
activists?
goose. If this was like,
Men have rights too.
they do.
I just don't care about them. Okay.
Sell me, people.
Okay, right. Okay, you go first, Ariel.
All right. Can get you a table at any 5-star restaurant,
Nice.
any time and place.
Nice.
Fun.
Owns a blank, so you get to fill in the blanks.
Okay, you get to pick what that
Okay.
is.
Owns a
Think about Alex.
owns a private jet.
was gonna
I think
say,
that's a good one.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's the one I picked.
But he's celibate,
For the rest of his life.
or maybe until
Nice.
you marry
Do you
him.
have hall passes?
No, celibate means like you just don't.
Oh, okay.
I can fucks with that. Next.
No, you can't fucks with that. Okay, loves dogs.
Oh, no way!
Volunteers with elderly people.
Ooh.
Thinks that they're a Jedi.
I'm going with your guy.
Shut up. This can be behind closed doors with like a lightsaber.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world if your
Doesn't- what's his
person
face?
doesn't want to bone that often or at all.
Doesn't Steve like Star Wars?
No.
This is him. I think
Doesn't
this
like
is
Star
him.
Wars. I literally have to drag him to those movies. I like it more than
I
he
think
does.
it really
So
matters.
then you love Jedis.
I think it really matters the extent of which they think they're a Jedi. Like, do they think they're a Jedi, or are they just like they enjoy the Star Wars fandom? Because you're a Marvel person. We talked about this last time I was here.
I think with the red flag, they're probably like
I think
convinced.
I could, like that guy would just give me the creeps. At least with this
Yeah.
guy, like, okay, yes, he's celibate, but maybe he's a really great conversationalist, and we can have really in-depth
and
conversations.
maybe
about the
he's
jet.
cool with like an open relationship.
You know what? Intimacy is not just sex. Intimacy is
Yeah.
whatever you want it to be, and you can be celibate and still intimate and fulfilled.
That's true, but
on a private jet.
yeah,
Absolutely.
you'll never be part of the Mile High Club though.
That's okay. She can by herself.
I'm going to all the 5-star restaurants. Like, what a perfect
Yes.
match, though.
Totally.
You can take me to any place in the world and the best restaurant.
All of the
Agreed.
Michelin stars.
I pick him as well.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Who are we selling to? Ariel.
Oh, yeah, we have one set each.
We should do
Right.
for you again, TR.
Oh,
I gave us an odd amount. We might need to get more cards.
Okay.
okay, cool.
I can grab them. TR.
Okay.
Owns a successful startup.
Oh, fuck it.
Your friends and enemies are jealous, but he is the exact opposite of you politically.
That sucks. That sucks.
That's not a deal breaker for you.
I could look past it. We just that's not like I talk about.
Because I don't feel like you're, like, super, like,
I don't-
strong on anything.
Okay, well, depends. If it's complete opposite, it's the party that I hate, and if that means so. supporting a political leader doesn't mean you're necessarily like the worst person and you believe in their values. So I'd really have to think like,
I didn't think it was just general political parties. I thought it was just like,
just everything.
In general,
Political,
like if you were in favor of like helping the homeless and he doesn't want to help the homeless, like I wasn't sure like what level it was, because you can like agree to disagree on some stuff.
True,
like that.
but if he was like a Trump supporter and like lived and breathed QAnon, would be an issue. You know what I'm saying?
That's the dark side for sure.
Okay, so I gotta think on it. Let's see this other guy.
He's a ski instructor, but also a park ranger.
Diverse.
But he's dead.
Once again, was there a good life insurance policy?
Did I meet him before he died, or do I have to date a dead person? That's illegal. I'm going with the goddamn political. I'm going with the other guy.
At least that way you have a live person.
That's funny. Okay.
Okay, let's do Ariel.
Okay. Funniest person in the world.
Ooh. Humor's number one.
Owns 100 horses. My personal hell. But he refuses to cover face while sneezing.
Oh, I could deal with that. I could deal with that.
Oh my god.
Okay,
You'd
let's
be
hear.
surprised
How
like
gross it is.
how quickly it'll get to you though.
Spew.
Because I had someone literally blow their nose behind me
Ew.
at the office, at the old office.
Oh, no.
And it was like, it sent shivers down my spine. So I couldn't imagine if he was standing behind me, just like, achoo! It just like,
I have even like been disgusted with myself. I couldn't get there in time to cover my own sneeze, and it happens. I'm like, you disgusting human being.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the dirt McGirt conversation
Right.
of many days yore. But Sebastian and I sometimes will like purposefully sneeze in each other's faces. Like I'll like tap him on the shoulder and be like, like right in his face.
Dude,
You're building immunity.
I have not been sick in 2 years,
I'm
baby.
so happy you're getting married to each other, so you're off the
All
market.
right, so that's like
Not a
up your
red flag.
alley.
Not-
Up
So
your
this
alley.
is like
To me,
3 green
I
red.
think the horses are more of the red flag in that one. But anyway, let's go number 2. Bachelor number 2.
So owns one of every car, which I feel like you do not care for whatsoever.
No.
Volunteers for blank.
Planned Parenthood.
Greenpeace?
okay.
No. Women's rights rally?
Yeah, like a good
Okay.
planet. Yeah.
But he's a death row inmate.
I choose Tony
The
Rose.
sneeze in the face.
Oh yeah.
Because this is her relationship minus the horses. What was the other? Oh, he's the funniest guy alive.
Oh,
Okay,
funny.
like 100 horses, that's my
To
personal
me-
hell.
Funny and sneezing in each other's faces go hand in hand. The horses are the red flag for sure.
Well, I burp in Steve's face all the time.
yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, Carson, I am calling you out. One of my like best guy friends. When he'll burp and then blow it in my face.
Yep.
Yeah, been there.
I'm like, dude.
Means he loves you.
Yeah, but no.
Eh.
Yeah. But my mom saw him do it one time, and she was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, I think like horse girls and horse guys are just a different breed of humans. So
Yeah,
bye.
that's true.
Okay, Alex.
Horse girl. Okay.
Supportive.
Nice.
Never blames you for anything.
Amazing.
Looks and smells just like your dad.
Okay, sorry. Say that again. What were the 2?
Supportive. Never blames you for anything,
Wow.
but looks and smells just like your dad.
That is my dad.
Aw. Good dad.
Okay. He's a millionaire.
Okay.
He has a cellar full of. It's a blank.
Dead bodies.
No, this is a good thing. He has a cellar
right.
full of
Dogs.
dogs.
What? Why are they in a
that's
cellar?
creepy.
He has a cellar full of designer clothing.
And makeup.
He's a cellar full of clothing and makeup. But their sex tape with Kim Kardashian just went viral.
Oh, fuck yeah. Make tons of money.
Oh, no, sorry. I can pick the person. I take this back.
Oh.
Their sex tape with Donald Trump just went viral.
Yeah, still good money.
Do you take that over the supportive, never blames you for anything, but looks and smells like your dad?
Okay, but I feel like I sound weird if
What
I
if you
select someone that
accidentally
looks
were
like my
having
dad.
sex and you're like, and you say your dad's name because it's just memory? Because
In what world?
if he smells and looks and sounds like him, like no.
Did you know though that apparently if you have a good relationship with your dad, usually like the spouse you end up with has very similar personality traits, but then if you're not close with your dad, it's the opposite.
I heard the characteristics, but you just don't goddamn look like him, please. Or
Can we do one more round? These are
please,
fun.
I love.
Okay, let's pull some cards.
Oh, wait. I pulled 2 red flags.
Okay.
I think I'm just like a walking red flag. I'm just kidding.
You are
Should
not.
we do? I need 2 more, and then let's do Ariel. Okay, Ariel.
Okay.
He's an actor.
Can you pass me another red one? Sorry.
Lol.
Who's an actor?
Hey, hold on.
A successful one, probably.
Okay, so he is an actor. He always defends you. But he speaks with a constantly changing foreign accent.
That's funny.
This is once again my relationship, but let's go.
I also I go back and forth. Like if I'm happy, it's like a country bumpkin or like British.
That's because you like Hallmark movies.
Okay, my guy. Here we go. We go. He's a lumberjack.
Nice.
Fun,
Yes.
hot, plaid axes.
Plaid sheets.
Yeah. No, plaid.
Plaid shirts over sheets.
Yeah. Owns your favorite sports team. Who cares? That's a lot of money to own a sports team.
Sure, yeah.
Literally can't make decisions.
Oh. No, but I feel like you're the one that'd be like, that's fine, I'll make the decision.
Totally.
I'm like pretty good at making decisions, but it is annoying when I want somebody else to make a decision and they can't.
I'm so indecisive. I cannot be with someone who can't make my mind up for me.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay, question.
Yep.
For Alex's red flag, which is speaking constantly with a changing foreign accent, is it for funnies or is it
it's like
for
him.
reals?
It's like
Like
Dorit.
he's trying to like get into character. Like Dorit.
Dory from Real Housewives, sorry.
Okay.
No, he believes that he's so good at accents that he'd rather, be German 1 minute and Italian the next.
I'd probably date both of these guys, but I guess I would choose... What was the red flag for yours?
Can't make a decision.
I'd probably choose that one,
Yeah.
even though I am dating an actor and
Oh, rich.
somebody who always defends me. But the accent thing would hit a point.
It would hit a point. This is a rich lumberjack that can't make a decision. Just make up his own mind. It's
I
fine.
do like lumberjacks.
You're assertive.
I have such a type.
Hey,
Yeah.
do me.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh, you have one. Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll save this one.
Okay, I'll start. Porn star?
Ugh.
Why is that a good thing?
A driven porn
that's a good
star.
thing?
Yeah, it's a white card.
I'm sorry, what?
But okay, these are all bad. Only speaks Klingon, which
Wait, what's the
is
second one?
driven. Porn star,
No.
driven, only speaks Klingon from Star Trek.
These are all red
That's a pretty niche porn that he's making.
Star Trek porn.
Why am I getting all the like Star Wars Star Trek?
because you like that shit. Oh, I want this guy. Has front row just based on this one. Has front row tickets to every concert.
Nice.
Whoa.
Harry Style, here we come. Their kisses cure cancer, and their red flags throws up every time they see your face.
Klingon.
Take me to space, Daddy. Because he's a porn star.
You can make a Star Trek porn video together.
His kisses cure cancer. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Like,
That's pretty big.
that's like, okay, I hate to bring it always back to money, but like that does help.
It does. You're at every concert, every front row.
Yeah, and
I mean, that beats porn star any day.
Wait, do you think it's
Everything.
like if like so if we're at a concert, we're side by side, he looks at me, throws up, okay, he's done.
Just one time.
He looks at me again, or is it like once a day?
Every time he sees your face.
Like
So, like-
every like he looks away, throws up. Like
Yeah.
that's.
He enters the kitchen in the morning. Hi, babe.
But is it like if he's like looking at me, looks away, looks back, he throws up again?
Like Old Spice.
How is
Look
that
at
like?
me now.
That's
Look
not even
back.
physically possible.
I just read a book like this, but not about vomiting, where this girl goes through life through centuries, and every time somebody looks at her and then looks away, they forget her, so they turn around and they have no idea who she is.
That's
every time they
horrible.
turn away. The book's great. It's called The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I recommend
That
it.
sounds very interesting. I
Cool.
like that. Sorry, the porn star thing is weird, so I'll just go with the throw up.
Yeah, sorry.
The porn star thing is weird, but even worse is the Klingon. Like somebody who will only speak Klingon, then you have to learn Klingon, and then everybody's going to think
good.
you're
Is there
weird.
actually, like, can we learn that?
What's the white flag there? There will be no.
Wait, who's next? We have to do you? Or
was that it?
I don't have any more,
Oh,
so.
let's do one more for TR.
Yeah.
Okay, do
more
one for me.
Okay.
Let's give me a good one.
He is generous. He can get you free drinks forever at any bar in the world,
Sign me up.
but is a revenge porn mogul.
Like he publishes it,
Yes.
or he
He publishes it.
Well, it's like illegal, so could be a lot of lawsuits.
Okay, I think you might like this guy
Okay.
more. Lawyer.
Yes.
Same favorite movies.
Oh,
Only laughs at their own jokes.
it's a little hurtful.
Oh, that'd be really hurtful for you.
Yeah, I'm like funny. So.
Every time you make a joke, they just go,
Yeah, because like I look, I look for that validation. But I love a businessman beau.
and it's like he can
But
snuggle
free
up.
drinks for life.
If he
Yeah.
can snuggle up on the couch with you and watch Kissing Booth 3, though.
And all of your Hallmark movies. And Gilmore Girls. I don't
Yeah.
know why I'm trying to push your guy.
Yeah, I gotta go. What were the other two good
Lawyer.
ones? Oh, lawyer.
Same favorite movies, only laughs at their own jokes.
And this other guy's generous, can give me free drinks at every bar in the world. That's like such a good one.
But how generous is he if he's
A
putting revenge porn out there?
I couldn't be there more morally.
Especially like if you broke up with this person and they potentially had revenge porn of you.
Well,
like,
I was gonna say I can look past if it was just porn, but the revenge part of it, I don't like this guy, so I'm going with the other. I'm going with the lawyer.
Damn, I get all the country bumpkins. Well,
That was fun. I love that. I could play that like all night.
that's a
I
good
know.
game.
It is a really
How
good
do you
game.
turn this into like if you wanted to, a drinking game? Like, is it supposed to be?
The person that doesn't win, like their guy doesn't get chosen, they drink.
But if you have like multiple people and there's multiple guys not being chosen,
Then everyone's drinking.
Oh my God. Okay, I just looked at this one red flag card. College nickname, Puke Crotch.
Actually, can you pull out 3 and let's end
Yeah.
just the red flags? Let's go
Yeah.
through a couple.
I have 2 here. Okay, you go.
Their kisses taste like poop, and they love kissing.
Ew.
Like bad breath, like
Oh, I just kicked my neck. I just
stinky poop, kink breath.
Mine is they're the oldest living person.
No, but this is not a red flag for Alex and I. Thinks Twilight deserved an Oscar. Because we do too, bitch.
They did get better as they went, but have you rewatched those recently?
We just did it last year.
Like probably like 3 or 4 months ago, watched all of them.
That was
Did you see that Taylor Lautner is engaged
To
now?
Taylor?
To Taylor.
So there's gonna be 2 Taylor
Taylor
Lautners
Lautner, Taylor Lautner.
if she takes his last name.
I'm sorry, one more.
I
These
would
are
be
too fucking
These
good.
are so good.
In a band called Genocide Warts.
Is it a good fan? Just-
They shred.
Has the names of all their exes tattooed on their face.
Oh, deal breaker, not a red flag.
Alex, Tony Rose.
Oh, I want to meet this guy.
What's this?
This is the way that this is worded. Dabbles in torture. Just dabbles.
I'm down.
Yeah, is it like kinky or painful?
Both.
Only eats deep fried food. Have you ever seen those shows where like the person only eats chicken nuggets and
My
nothing else?
600-pound life.
Yeah, there's like this one woman like she's literally holding one floret of broccoli on a fork and
Sorry.
thank you. And like she's literally crying. She's like trying to put it in her mouth, but she's like having a mental
I
breakdown.
think I've seen clips online. Like I've never seen this show.
Not to go too hard on these girls, but there's a show, My 1,000-Pound Life.
Whoa.
And
Oh,
like,
is it the sisters?
yeah, and
Oh,
I watched a
love that
clip, and the doctor's like, "Do you ever drink water?" And they're like, "No, I only drink sodies."
Oh no, but their mom told them growing up that if they had a Diet Coke or something, that it would cancel out any sugar that they've had in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's torture.
If so, they could have a Coke and then have a Diet Coke, and they'd be fine. But literally now,
God.
ever since I heard that, I'm like, I want a sody.
That's funny. Let's go round table again.
Oh no, this is a red flag.
Okay, let's see.
Can only have conversations through puppets.
Oh, that's a deal breaker.
Yes.
Mine is laughs incessantly during sex.
Regular pasta.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun time.
As long as you're not laughing at me.
Yeah.
Just got out of prison, but won't tell you what they were in for.
Okay, going back to the puppets thing, I really hope this person never listens to this podcast. I just won't tell them. But I have a friend who married a guy who has a room in their house that's a puppet room, and he collects puppets. No. And I literally think that's of nightmares. I could not imagine like touring this person's house and walking into a room and it just being like, da, 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 da. Like, literally. And I'm like, are they hand puppets? Are they marionettes?
Well,
like, it gets worse. It's bad either way.
That's crazy. Me and my sister used to collect glass dolls. Like, they would stand up and be glass and like have like olden time outfits. Like, we were fucking weird. But it would be so scary because if you walked into a room with the lights off, just be these scary little glass dolls looking at you.
I had a collection of the like Beanie Buddies.
Same.
But like I had like an entire bookshelf, so it's like worth of them. I probably had like 50 of them.
Well, okay, or Beanie Babies?
No, Buddies, like the medium-sized ones.
Oh.
And then I had like probably like 100 of the Beanie Babies.
My mom is like very set on collecting things, being like, you can give these to your children when you have them. And I'm
my God.
I'm like, my kids aren't going to want these things if I have kids. And one of them, I don't know if you guys had them. They're not big anymore, but Cherish Teddies.
No.
They were like these glass bears doing different things together. So
I have
like
some in the bathroom.
a married bear.
Similarly, Precious Moments.
Yes, my mom has.
I have a
still has them.
giant box of them.
And my mom's like, your kids will love these one day. I'm like,
No.
no, they won't.
I know.
No, they won't.
Can you back me up that this one's insensitive? Thank you.
Can I see it though?
Yeah, like I'm not saying that. Yeah.
No, not appropriate.
So not appropriate.
I don't know if you want to see it. All right. You go ahead.
Okay. Is addicted to prescription drugs.
No. Thank you. Only speaks in horrible puns.
Only speaks in sarcasm.
I could live with that.
I could do sarcasm rather than puns and a prediction of prescription drugs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, listen to this one. Won't allow Wi-Fi in the house.
No.
That's actually, okay, so what are your thoughts on TV in the bedroom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because there's different, like I know a friend, like couple, like he never wanted a TV. And now she's used to it, but I'm like, that would be hard, I would feel.
I get it. Like, I think it's nice to maybe have a separation between bedtime and like bedroom and entertainment. But I like to get cozy when I'm watching things.
Same.
I want to watch snuggled up in bed.
And I got into a really bad habit where I needed the TV on to fall asleep. Like I would put Gilmore
I
Girls.
kind of do most of the time.
I'd put Gilmore Girls on like at volume 3, like barely there. I don't know what it was, but you know, I overcame that. Now I listen to rain sounds. So
You've come far.
yeah, come far.
I do have a really good ASMR name if you ever need me to make you a video.
What's your name?
ASM Ariel.
Okay. Let's workshop that. But
Okay.
Yeah, I said it. Wi-Fi.
Oh, you said you.
no
Okay,
Wi-Fi.
mine is a vampire, not the sexy kind.
A little drink of blood.
Okay.
Always bragging about sexual conquests. Probably not.
That'd be weird. Probably
Okay, wait. Do we have any of our own red flags that you would
Like we provide? Ooh, good one.
Should have asked Steve.
I can think of one for me, so I can
Yeah.
start if that's easier. I don't cook at all.
Yeah.
At all.
that's
So,
true.
like, if you're expecting a housewife or anything like that, like, I could try and I could follow a recipe and it'll probably turn out okay. But, like, I understand, not that I believe that a woman should be cooking meals, but I understand, like, it's a two-way street. And if a dude's cooking you meals or your partner is cooking you meals, like, it's nice to have the favor returned. I will likely never return the favor.
I know, the other day she's like, I think I want to get like a beginner's cookbook. I'm like, just Google shit. Like it's.
But I was like, you know, if I could like start at the beginning of a cookbook and then work my way through like Julia and Julia style.
You should do it. No, I'm with you. Interesting. I don't know. I would feel like mine would be like I'm a pushover. Like I'm a people pleaser. I don't know. I don't like confrontation. I don't know if those are red flags. I don't know. I mean, actually, what are my red flags?
I'm sorry. No.
Just kidding.
I don't think those things are red flags, but I think that no confrontation can be difficult, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's a red flag. I think you just need the right person to
Yeah.
make you communicate or like read you enough to know what's really going on and pull it out of you.
I'm a clean person, but like if I make dinner, I don't like to clean it up until like a couple hours later.
Hate that.
I know. Like me and my sister don't get along because of that. Like
Me and Steve are like that too. He's like, I'll do it later. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll be doing it later because you're going to fucking fall asleep.
Yeah, so like I'll make breakfast or I'll make dinner, I'll eat the dinner, I'll maybe watch my TV show, and then before I go to bed I do the cleanup. So
As long as it gets done, it's fine.
Sometimes
if
it's
there
next
is
morning.
if I know there's a guarantee it will be done, that's fine. I just have trust issues.
Gotcha. Yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, I'm too tired, I'll do it in the morning. But it gets done.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's...
I'm sure I have red flags. I just can't think of like which one. But I do remember a specific... No, 100% I have them. But I remember this one specific time I was like dating a guy. I was still in high school. I was like grade 11. He was like a few years older than me. And we were like at a restaurant. It was my birthday and we were just like chit-chatting. And I don't remember like how the conversation came up, but basically I was like, oh, if I like found out I was pregnant right now, I'd probably keep it. And just like his eyes were like, this bitch is fucking crazy.
How old were you?
Like 17. Yeah.
Hey.
But you know what? Teach their own. I feel like,
Totally.
yeah.
Well, now I'd be like, oh, you're fucking crazy. But like 17-year-old stupid brain. But he was like, fuck out of here.
So you're clean.
That is the red flag.
I like it. That's funny. Well, this was really fun. Thanks for bringing this game, Alex.
Yeah, of course. Well, I guess we'll catch you guys next time. Follow us on socials.
Yes. Oh, heads up. BC is in a storm watch moment.
Good call.
And Alex lives farther out than us, so we just don't know what the rain's going to be like. And so this might be our last episode of the year.
Might be, maybe not.
We have plans for hopefully 2 more if we can make it to each other. We don't like virtual stuff. It didn't do well for us last year. So if not, we hope to see you next week. But
Going out with a bang with Ari.
yeah, that's our apology of the week. Like,
Oh yeah, sorry. This might be it for the rest of the year.
This might be it, but like we do have plans for more episodes, and we hope we get to do it. But just like, like our highways were washed away.
I have anxiety.
Yeah, driving at this time in this weather is a little scary. So we hope to see you next week, but if not, follow us on Instagram. I won't be posting during the hiatus. Just kidding. Well, follow our personal Instagram, Tony Rose Goulden, Tony with an I.
Alex_French, 2 X's, 2 H's.
Ariel Brooke Permac. Or is it just Ariel Permac? It's just Ariel Permac.
I was going to say,
At Ariel Permac. That's 2 L's and an E.
I was going to say, I did not know that was her middle name. New fun fact.
It's my Facebook. I forget sometimes. Why do I still have Facebook?
That's funny. And then follow us on YouTube, guys. We are trying to build up our subscribers there because we know we're listening, but why not watch us? We have funny facial expressions.
Honestly, for this episode especially, I mean, it's the end of the episode, so even if you're listening to an audio, it's too fucking late at this point.
Exactly. But you know what? Go back and watch it.
Yeah, the facial expressions add a little bit of extra, but
Alrighty, well, we hope to see you next week.
thanks.
Bye.
Bye.